Welcome back to the channel, guys. In this video, we're looking at some of the coins that are bouncing right now as Bitcoin sees a little bit of a relief from the downturn due to this economic situation with the Evergrande crisis ongoing in China. This week's going to be a very big week for the crypto markets. We're waiting to see what news stories come out of Beijing and potentially the Fed's meeting today. Is there going to be more talk of stimulus or not? For me personally, I can't see them not announcing something along the lines of additional stimulus and support to keep these markets buoyant, in which case this will be very bullish for the crypto markets. So let's jump into today's video. If you enjoy the content, make sure you subscribe and also turn on those bell notifications. And if you want to join our exclusive community over on Discord, check out the link to Patreon down below. So last night, Bitcoin took a big dip, and you can see this from this huge extended wick all the way down to around $40,185. But that was just a wick, and looking at the yellow line of support that we want to maintain here around 42.6 or 42.700, we haven't breached that with a daily close as of yet. So no need to massively panic at this point. This spike to the lows would have seen people go short and probably get liquidated here. And we did see over $1 billion of longs liquidated over the last 24 hours. Of course, in market conditions like this, you do not want to be levered up at all, as things are going to be very choppy. Keep yourself positioned in spot. And with this Evergrande situation unfolding, we see the power of cryptocurrency. Bitcoin was created for situations like this, and even in the Genesis block of Bitcoin, within the parameter field, if we just scroll down, you can actually see the message Satoshi entered, and it says the Times, 3rd of January 2009, Chancellor on the brink of second bailout for the banks. This is a headline taken from the Times newspaper here, in which Satoshi quotes. And how apt would this be if we see additional bailouts coming off the back of Evergrande now? Some 12 years later, I think Bitcoin and the crypto markets should be the inevitable flight to safety if more money printing does occur. Over on the fear and greed index, as I predicted yesterday, we did move into fear. Yesterday we were neutral at 50, now down to 27. And of course, people are very fearful right now. But let's have a little look at some of these cryptos that are bouncing and putting in some big gains here. I'm also going to show you some ones that I think will bounce hard once we get a bit more stability under us. So the first one here is Adventurer Gold. This is the fungible token of the Loot project, that infamous NFT with just script writing on a black background. This is pumped 20% from $2.68 up to $4.09. Market cap currently 311 million, but you can see that over the last few weeks, this has looked rather strong. So after a big correction from its parabolic move up here when it was first released, we seemed to bottom out around $2. And we meandered here for a little while and then started to pick back up again. And even during this dip here, we saw the price drop from $3.49 to $2.91, and then we've just popped right back up once again. But why has this popped? And this goes to show you the power of news headlines and big listings. These things still affect crypto markets, and so things to look for are these kind of things coming your way. If you know in advance there's a big listing coming up, or you're in a community where a big headline is about to drop, you can take full advantage of this, because in these uncertain times, people are looking for those headlines to jump on board with and see a bit of a return on their investment. So from this tweet thread, we saw that back on the September 14th, Coinbase put this, "What's in the bag?" Quite an unusual tweet from Coinbase here. Check out the latest edition around the block to learn more about the Loot project and understand why someone paid $800K for a bunch of words on a black background. So this OXB1 character here said, "One can only assume there's Loot bag holders at Coinbase." And we know that Loot is a project that is highly VC backed and has a lot of whales within it. So this could well be true. Clearly they're going to follow up this with either a Coinbase NFT marketplace or a gold listing onto Coinbase Pro. And he thinks A or B will be imminent. And then a few days later, we just fast forward. He says, "We so-called this, happy days for AGLD. Now inbound transfers for AGLD are available on Coinbase Pro, with trading going live 9 a.m. Tuesday, September 21st. So this is exactly why the price has popped like this, putting in a good 20% gain plus here, and you can see the volume profile coming in nicely. So if you were able to call that one, front run that one, you would have made a nice pop here today. But this does show the power of having a highly VC-backed and whale-dominant cryptocurrency. We know the Loop project has founders all across the space. When you've got friends in high places, you can get listed on the biggest exchanges very easily. Now, next up, we have Polkadot. I expect this one to pop very soon. It hasn't done so as yet, but you can see over the last few weeks, we've had a nice run up for Polkadot. This is in preparation for the Polkadot parachains to be announced. Once they are officially announced with a date, you will see this price go up due to the fact Polkadot will become very scarce. There will be a supply shock on the market. You need to bond, which is to lock up your DOT tokens for the various parachain auctions that are coming. And then this gives you the right to essentially an airdrop of the parachain tokens. So in this instance, the first one is likely to be Akala. You would need to bond your DOT tokens, and this could be up for a 2-year period. So you submit your DOT, you will get Akala in return. Akala is likely to be highly valuable. The only thing you're foregoing there is an opportunity cost of not having your DOT available. But in 2 years' time, you will then get it back. So I expect this one to pop very soon. Previous all-time high around $50, still 40% off here. And we've just seen the second batch of Kusama parachains start to be announced, with these auctions and crowd loans now starting to go live here. So the DOT parachains expected to go live within the next few months. So do keep your eyes out for that. Then this one here, another one I've got my eye on right now, and I think I want to add to, is Moon River. So in this article, they call it a Polkadot Kusama powerhouse. This has put in an impressive performance so far, going from like $50 on its CoinGecko debut up to around 400 odd. And so this says that Moon River has close to 100,000 wallet addresses on the network already, 650 ERC20 tokens being created. And in addition to this, there are DeFi protocols with over 100,000 transactions per day. And we're seeing a load of ETH-based protocols start to bridge over towards Moon River here. So these integrations are being announced with many partnerships in the works here as people want to offer their Ethereum-based smart contracts through the Moon River protocol, which is exactly what happens here. It's EVM compatibility, but on Kusama, that means very low transaction costs. And you can see the first ones here, Cream Finance with its decentralized lending and borrowing services, and also OneChain offering their non-custodial cross-chain interoperability, plus Lido will provide liquid staking as it currently operates on ETH and Terra. And you can see from the Moon River chart, it hasn't taken too much of a dive here. Over the last couple of days, it's down from roughly 391, currently around $340. This one looks very strong as it is essentially another layer 1 blockchain, and it is rather underpriced in comparison to many competitors out there. I believe there's currently roughly 1.5 million mover in circulation, giving it a market cap of just under or just over $500 million. When you put that into perspective of other L1 blockchains, your likes of even Algorand's and that, they are all multi-billion already. So Moon River should have some potential big upside ahead still. And Donny Bags put this today. There was an announcement that the first NFT marketplace on Mover has now gone live. 500 unique NFTs available for one Mover each. These literally sold out in just a few minutes. But you can see a lot of development going on this network. So the Polkadot Kusama ecosystem, one to have your eyes on, and I think Moon River is one to definitely try and snipe if we go much lower. Of course, not financial advice, but I would be DCA'ing into these positions because during this chop period, if we do go lower, you don't want to have spent all your money in one go. The next one here that's had a big pop today is OMG Network, or Omise Go. And this one has actually popped massively, up 31% on the Bitcoin comparative here. And this is due to a rebrand. You can see a lot of volume coming in here. And they're rebranding as Boba Network. They've had a few talks here over in New York City. You can see some information on their Twitter feed here. Mainnet Live, Boba Token, and the Boba DAO has a huge day today. So this is coming off the back of that news. And you can see this, Boba Network announces public mainnet launch for its layer 2 optimistic rollout. So this is a next-gen ETH scaling solution. So this is a good narrative to be involved with, as ETH scaling is, of course, one of the big talks of the town. We all want ETH to scale for the wider benefit of the crypto economy here. And it says it's mainnet launched on layer 2 optimistic rollup developed by the OMG Foundation. The Boba network aims to deliver a fast, cheap, more seamless experience for next billion users of ETH. So in support of the Boba mainnet here, and this is a reason why I think the token's gone up in price, OMG Foundation is releasing a new governance token for the platform called Boba, so the Boba ticker there, and these tokens will be airdropped to existing OMG token holders who have bridged their OMG to the Boba network by a snapshot date later next month. So you've actually got potential here if you want to get some of these tokens to buy some OMG and bridge them over. So this would definitely be a cause to stimulate demand here. People want free coins at the end of the day. So it's a low risk play. You can just buy some coins, bridge them, wait for the snapshot, and then sell them off and get the free Boba coins. Next up, I've included Solana here, due to the fact this one has pumped like crazy recently, and even off the back of the network going down, it seemed to have a bit of life here from around 140 to 170 bucks before the little crash we're going through right now. And in general, from the crash back in May, this one was one of the best performers in the industry. So I assume that this will have continued strength, and we're seeing huge volume coming in here, big institutional interest in Solana, and I think that will actually continue into the future. We're even seeing the likes of Christine Lagarde mention Solana in a recent news article where she was citing cryptocurrencies that could be deemed as dangerous investments. She cited Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, and Solana there. Then next up, we have the Spell token, and you may have heard of Magic Internet Money, and no, it is not a meme. This is a legit coin. So Spell is up 36%, up 42% on its Bitcoin comparative over the last 24 hours, and it is looking rather strong here. That is the 7-day chart. If we just go to 30 days, it looks rather impressive. So this tweeted out by one of the, I believe, community members over on the Abracadabra Money guys here. So last chance to hop on the MIM train anon before OX Merlin brews his next magic cauldron, sending the Spell token to the top. So this one is all about submitting your interest earning cryptocurrencies into the Magic Internet Money protocol. And then with this, you are able to borrow Magic Internet Money, which is a stable coin, and go ahead and use it how you would like. You can swap it for a load of different stables here. This is kind of similar in the way that Anchor works, where you deposit a proof of stake coin or something that's bearing yield, and then they'll give you back a stable coin and you can do whatever you wish to do with that. But it looks like they have quite a few things up their sleeve here, and they're trying to boost the APYs and stuff. You can see from their Discord, they have now bridged over to Arbitrum, another layer 2 scaling solution. They're airdropping 1.3 million Spell tokens. 3 snapshots have just been taken. One was at 11:59 last night, I believe. And they're launching a load of new farms. And I think this is a reason why people are buying up the Spell token to get involved with these farming rewards, because there is a liquidity mining event here. And with that move over to a level 2, it does mean more people can get involved with this. And there's some huge APYs available on their site if you go and check them out. Of course, this could be a high risk play. They're high APYs. There's smart contract risk involved here as well. So I'm definitely not saying ape into this one, but there are opportunities for high APY farming out there. And Abracadabra Money, as they're called, seems to have this in abundance. You can see a lot of degen apes are piling into this one right now, hence the nice bounce over the last 24 hours. So even with widespread market uncertainty right now, there's of course opportunity. There's always opportunities in cryptocurrency, but it does seem from these select few that I've just gone through that having big events, major listings, and incentives for holding a token right now are major reasons for people to ape into cryptocurrencies. You're seeing this as a trend right here, and so this is something that can be replicated if you can learn about these things early enough. For me right now, I am patiently waiting. I will DCA into some more positions here, especially if I've bought things recently and the price has started to come down. You can bring your average down by DCA'ing in during a dip and accumulating more of that token. For me on the radar right now, I have Moonriver, Luna, and Polygon as potential plays to be added to. As ever, we'll continue to update on this situation as we go through, but all eyes now back onto the news events over this week, and we'll see if we get any more positive news, any signs of additional stimulus coming from the likes of China or the Fed in the US. So that is all for today, folks. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.